Hi, my name is Hashim Ahmen and I am currently a student at the University of Salford. I am on the Sports Science undergraduate program. In this presentation, basically this presentation will form part of my assessment, which is for the first year module of Practitioner Skill Development. It is designed to compare my current level of experience and skill set to the demands of my chosen job role. In the report, I conclude the personalized development plan for myself, which includes some of the things that are going to be mentioned in this presentation. First of all, in this presentation, I will bring attention to the chosen job role I am interested in and the necessary qualities required for me to be successful in it. Then I will compare this with my personal profile, which is compiled using a number of personal development plan tests and the results I gathered from them, as well as the skills and knowledge I currently have. From there, I will focus on the strengths and weaknesses I have when compared to the job role. I will outline the areas that I need to improve, followed by the development plan, which will conclude this presentation. My chosen job role is a strength and conditioning coach at the English Institute of Sport. I have been interested in this role for quite a while. I was first introduced to this role when I was in competitive sport myself. I used to look up videos on YouTube to improve my own performance, and these videos are from strength and conditioning coaches from all over the world, like Alex Ariza, JC Santana, etc. Basically, I began to be very intrigued by some of the things they used to say. For example, the concept of periodization or the difference between strength and power training. And these things interested me quite a bit, and I began to admire the depth of understanding they had in the subject, and I wanted to have this understanding myself. So I enrolled onto the sports science program. While on this program, I had a chance to talk to a number of strength and conditioning coaches, which shared with me their experiences of how it is to be part of this job and part of this industry. And so overall, I would say, I understand the job role quite well. So with this in mind, I'm going to compare this information with my personal profile, which is compiled of results from various personal development tests. And the first of which is the leadership style test, and my results came up as being a participative leader. This basically means that I like to involve other people in decisions for the team. It shows my inclination towards being an active listener, which is a good interpersonal skill to have as a strength and conditioning coach, because obviously I will have to share information with other strength and conditioning coaches or with my athletes when compiling programs for them, and this will be very beneficial for me to be able to share information and be able to listen to them effectively. My personality test results came out as being phlegmatic and melancholy. This basically means I'm very introverted, and it usually means I'm very academically intelligent. However, I can be very timid and shy with large groups of people. This needs to be improved because possibly I could be working with a large group of people in, let's say, a football team or a rugby team, and therefore I will need to be able to voice my opinion while being within this group to be an effective strength and conditioning coach. My Belgian inventory for team role test results came up as monitor evaluator. This means I'm good at assessing information as well as monitoring information. Again, I'm very prudent in thought. I always make informed decisions. However, lacking the ability to motivate others is an issue because I can be very impassive, unemotional, seem to be unemotional and cold. And this will need to be worked on if I am to motivate the competitive athletes I'm working with. My learning styles came up with reflector and theorist. This shows that I'm very logical and systematic in my approach. It shows that I'm open-minded, which is a trait mentioned as being essential in the skills and abilities of the job role. But the thing is, I tend to take a backseat in discussions and this needs to be addressed because I need to be more involved in the discussions to be a successful strength and conditioning coach when with my team. My skills analysis test came up as spoken communication. That means I have good ability to verbally express my ideas and explain them, and I'm good at preparing and delivering presentations, which I will need to do for my role as a strength and conditioning coach when giving presentations to other coaches on how to improve strength and conditioning for the athletes. My intelligence test results came from logical mathematical. This means I'm good at problem solving and overall good intelligence, which again is useful. My emotional intelligence came up as high. This shows that I'm good at being aware of my emotions and the emotions of others, and this can help me in making good links with other people that I'm working with. When looking at the role of the strength and conditioning coach, I will need a higher degree level qualification, which basically means I will have to get a 2-1 in my current undergraduate program to be able to enroll onto the masters, which I've looked into, and I know the loyalty discounts I will get and the scholarships I will get for enrolling onto the masters at this university. I will also need accreditation from the UK Strength and Conditioning Association, for which I've researched the costs for the membership, the workshops, and the cost of the assessment itself, which will take roughly about 6 months. I will need substantial experience in providing strength and conditioning services to athletes and coaches in improving the performance, and this will need to include teams at a national level. I've researched this quite a bit, and I've understood that some of the current lecturers at this university have worked with such organisations, and I will be looking to take on board their references when I apply for my placement in third year, and a placement in such an organisation will give me the required essential experience for the job role. The ability to invoke motivation in colleagues and the ability to work under pressure will need to be addressed. Because I'm introverted, I lack the ability to do these effectively, and I will address these in the coming years. Thank you for listening. I will review this presentation in my third year, and I will assess if I have achieved these goals.